I am going to be flavoring and doing my second fermentation on my kombucha today. I have here a few of my favorite flavors. I have hibiscus flower. This actually came straight from Mexico. A Spanish professor brought it to me, so I'll put these right in my kombucha. I have some lavender. This I like to get from World Market. They have the absolute best spices. And then I have rose petals, which also came from World Market. Then I have Meyer's Lemon, an organic lemon, an organic lime, and this will be a first for me, but I have these in the refrigerator today. I'm gonna use some fresh coconut water in one of these bottles just to try it out. I also like to flavor my kombuchas with herbal teas. This Country Peach Passion by Celestial Seasons. Now, I normally like to only put organic stuff in my kombucha, but these are really good flavors. This Tangerine Orange Zinger, and my newest and favorite is this Elmwood Inn Strawberry Kiwi. It is probably the best kombucha I've ever had, and I do have a blueberry on order, so I can't wait to get that in. So I have already sterilized my bottles. I pour boiling water in them and cap them off. And then I usually don't pour the water out until I'm getting ready to use them. So if I've done several bottles, but I only have a gallon or so that I'm gonna brew, I'll put these in the pantry, and then I will know the next time that these bottles have been cleaned. I'm gonna go ahead and fill my bottles. I love this type of container. It's glass and the spout is plastic. I have not had any problem with the wearing away of the plastic or the paint chipping off with any that I have. So I want to fill them to where I still have enough room to add some flavor. I like to flavor my kombucha by the bottle because I like a variety when I drink them. So we're gonna start off with the teas. And as you can see, I filled these up a little more than I did the ones that I'm gonna be adding the fruit in, because what I'm going to do is, I'm gonna take my little tea bag here, and I'm gonna fold it, and I'm just gonna stick it right into the top of that bottle. And I'm gonna do this one is the tangerine, and this one is the peach. And then I have my strawberry kiwi. I'm just gonna put a small handful, and I'll just strain that before I drink it. Now, so I don't get confused, I'm gonna grab my Sharpie, and I'm gonna put a T on this one. It lets me know it's tangerine, a P, and I also put the date on it, and a strawberry, a S and a K, and today is the 7th. It is my youngest child's 13th birthday. So I officially don't have any children. All of mine are teenagers. So it makes me kind of sad, but it's a good thing. So I'm gonna let these sit for a while. The color will come out of these teas and will color these beautifully. So I have, these both will be an orange color, and this will be a pretty pink color. So now we're gonna move on to the florals. Depending on what you're flavoring with, some flavors come through much stronger than others. So you have to kind of learn what does and what works with your taste. The rose is a very mild flavor. So I will put more rose in, then I will put lavender in because that is a strong flavor. And I have a little note on my bag that says 1 teaspoon, but I'm just gonna put a pinch in because lavender is very flavorful, and you don't want to feel like you're having kombucha and taking a bubble bath at the same time. Even though that is a good thing, you just don't want it all in your mouth. Oh, then I've got my hibiscus. Now this will turn a beautiful shade of deep red. And I will also, right before I drink these, strain the flavors out, the flowers out. So I'm I'm going to go ahead and cap these off, and I am going to write on my bottle. Now when I need to remove my writing, I use a little piece of magic eraser. Works really well. So this is Rose 17. Lavender, I just put a L-A-V 17. And Hibiscus, this is the only thing I flavor with an H, so I just put an H on it, 17. And of course I can always look and tell which one's Hibiscus because it will have the best color. Let's move on to the fruity flavors. I am going to start with my coconut. See if I can get some water out of this little hole that I beat into it earlier. And since this is a light flavor, it may not even come through in the end product, but the extra sugar will definitely give it some carbonation. Well, I think that's good enough. So I'm going to cap my coconut off. I'm going to put my C on it because a lot of these you cannot look at them to be able to tell what they are. I have done that before and I had to taste them to try to figure out what they are. Okay, so now I'm going to do a lemon, and lemon is one of those flavors that comes through strong, so I usually do about 1/4 of organic lemon. You can do more. I also like to juice ginger into my lemon. Very good. Now, I like to just make up my own flavors sometimes. So, I'm going to do lemon and a couple of slices of jalapeno in this one. This is so good, especially if you like something spicy. So I'm going to do 2 slices. I'm going to put the seeds and all in there. I'm going to label this with an L and a J. Now, I'm not going to rinse my squeezer because all of these are pretty much the same flavor profile. So now I'm going to do a Meyer Lemon, and this one doesn't come through too well, so I use a 1/2 of one. You get most of the flavor in the aftertaste, which is really good. So I am just gonna fill this one up until I can't get any more in it with this 1/2. I think I can get the whole, yep, got the whole 1/2 in. Now, lime. And since limes are so much smaller, I use a 1/2 of a lime. So good. Now, when I'm gonna put these in my pantry, and I'm gonna try not to touch them for as long as possible. Now, the ones that I will touch will be the ones that don't have as much sugar in them. The teas don't typically have as much sugar, the flavored herbal teas. The lemon, the lime, they don't have any extra sugar. So I'll go ahead and drink those first if I don't have any saved up. Now, they are really good in a month or 2 months if you can leave them alone in your pantry that long. I can't usually. So I feel I need to start upping my my amount that I'm processing to maybe 5 or 6 gallons at a time. I used to do that, and then I cut back, but now I'm drinking about 2 a day, which equals about $200 a month. So here you probably have less than $1 a bottle. And this is so much better than the grocery store brands. So much better. All right, let's look at, do you see how that tangerine is getting so pretty? So what I'll do, I'll shake my bag around a little bit. Then as I'm pulling it out, I will squeeze it against the side of the bottle. Isn't that beautiful? So good too. And the same thing with my peach. If you find a flavor that you really like, you can take your SCOBY out, take your starter out for your next batch, and put, if you say it's tangerine tea, you could put 5 or 6 tangerine tea bags in your gallon. Like I say, SCOBY out, starter out first, and do it that way. But like I say, I like a variety, and all of these flavors are so good. So this is my strawberry kiwi, and as I said, I'm just going to leave those in there until I drink it, and then just strain it out into my cup. So that is the way you do a second ferment with some really good flavorings in your kombucha. Now, I did not say, but all this kombucha is green tea kombucha. That is what I find the best for flavoring.